Okay, hello everybody. We are so excited. Today, Robin and I are together, and we are going to tell you something you may not be aware of yet. And we have something that is free for you. All of you have access, if you have a smartphone, I should say, I guess, Android or iPhone, we have a new app. And we want you to have access to it. And we're going to kind of show you what that app is, what it entails. And then if you have any questions for us, let us know. But I'm going to let Robin pull it up on her computer here.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the reason why we want to do this and we wanted to provide something for you, a tool for you for free, is that we're really passionate that conscious eating is not just like a luxury thing for your life or an extra thing you splurge on. Conscious eating is necessary for our evolution, living where we do with the abundance of food and the accessibility. And we truly feel this responsibility to help people make the shift from an unconscious reactive way of being with food to a conscious way of being. And so this app is something that is part of our Mindset 60 challenge that we do. It's the 60-day Mindset 60 program. It's part of that. People get the app. They, of course, get links that take them to the membership site, but we left it open. We had our developer leave it so that anybody could get this app on their phone and track things and do these activities along with us, whether you're a member or not.
And before you show them, just so you know, like, we're not a believer that you have to track your whole life and track. This is an added tool to help you as you're becoming a conscious eater. So sometimes it's really nice to be able, I'm a list checker anyway, so I like that. But you'll see what we're talking about when she shows it to you.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay. So let me just double check. Where is it? Shoot, we're gonna have to start over.
No,
Okay.
this. I'll edit it out.
I need to get it up here.
I would stop sharing for a minute.
Okay.
And then when you go to share, hit share on there again. It'll show you the screens. Go to the one that has Mindset 60 app up on it.
Yeah, but it's not, I want to move this up here.
Over there?
I want it here. There we go. So let me stop share again. Where do I go to stop share? Oh, right here. Here, this is what I want. So do I just go and we keep going?
Click it first. Let's make sure we're, move the calculator off of there. Get that bar up at the top, and you can probably pull it up a little bit higher.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we are in the app, and you will search for Mindset 60. If you just type that in your search bar, it should bring it up. It's by Hungry for More. And what you are able to do, whether you're a member or not, like Jennifer said, this isn't about tracking. It's about helping your mind. It's a tool to help your mind keep your attention on it while you're developing the practice of becoming a conscious eater. Now, if you're like, what does that mean to be a conscious eater? What are you guys talking about? We have podcasts, especially from the beginning. If you watch, we teach you how to be a conscious eater and what the practice is. So that is the first thing on the list here, is to apply the conscious eating practice. So again, go to those episodes. We teach you exactly how to do that. It's simple. Our whole point is that this should not be something that's time consuming, that it feels like a part-time job. The practice is all a mental thing. It's not something you have to prep, that you need supplies for, that you have to go buy anything. It's a mental effort. Right. And you can see a little cheat sheet on what the conscious eating practice is down on the right. If you see that heart. Oh, that's right. When you click on it, it'll give you a little brief overview also as a reminder, but we highly recommend that you watch those podcasts also. Yes. Now here, this section is for the members to get to the training videos, but water. why do we have water on the list? Why is that? How did that make the cut?
Well, because water is an essential point of life. Water is life. And it's so important that we're drinking. And so often we go throughout the day and we're not doing that. So this is a helpful reminder, get your water in, people. This is really important.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons, but specifically why it was so important in conjunction with the conscious eating practice is because you're less confused about your hunger cues when you're well hydrated. How many times have you thought you're hungry and it was thirst?
People mistake hunger and for thirst. And so if you're hydrated, then when you're hungry, you know that your body is genuinely hungry and not thirsty.
Yeah, exactly. So it does help with the hormonal balancing that our program is all about through the conscious practice. Okay, movement at least 10 minutes. We're starting, with just, if you're not moving at all, get 10 minutes. If you're moving, keep that up and see if you can add a little bit more. One thing that I often say to people as a trainer, I'd look around our gym and be like, our ancestors would laugh their heads off that people pay the money they do to exercise their bodies, because life was that, working and survival activities were so physical, but that's here we are. This is our environment, and we are not required to be physical unless you do have a job where you're in construction or something, but we really aren't required to move our bodies very much.
No.
So being intentional about that, moving your body for at least 10 minutes every day is a big deal.
I will tell you, if I have a watch, and so I can track my steps and see how much I've moved during the day. And on days when, like yesterday, we had an office day, we were in our office a ton. If I hadn't been intentional about that and later on gotten out and got movement, I think I would have been at 2,500 steps.
Yeah.
Which is nothing. And like my husband, who works in an office all day. So they add up quick, but also when you're not doing them, your body notices, and movement is so important. And we're talking very basic here. If your mailbox is at the end of the street, walk down to the mailbox to get your mail. If you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, just getting that movement going. And with conscious eating, it helps a ton. I mean, we're here working. We're probably going to go take a little bit of a break after this podcast before we move on to the next thing. Wakens your brain up and just gets you a little bit more alert and a little bit more attentive.
Right. And even on the insulin level, moving the body, especially after eating, moves that glucose and helps with the hormones. So yes, one thing I'll just say to this to finish up is I always tell people, you need to do right now, you need to expect your body to do right now what you expect it to do when you're 90 years old. So one of the baseline things I expect my body to do every day is to be able to walk a mile a day. I work out, I lift, but I have this baseline thing of like, no matter what, I'm going to walk a mile a day at least, because I want that to be the baseline for my body to be able to do. And if you want to be able to walk in your 90s and have good balance and be able to move, we're doing that now. It's not then that we start focusing on it. It's not
all of a sudden you're going to start doing it. If you haven't been doing it, it's going to be a lot harder. Yeah. So get going on that right now.
And 10 minutes a day, click it when you've done it. All right. The other one is act of kindness. Now, remember, the whole point of conscious eating is to become more aware. There was a time you did not really have to be aware because you ate people ate, our ancestors really ate for the fuel, and the environment provided the perfect food for that didn't have them craving all day long, and it rotated the food and all that. So now we're trying to train a brain to be more aware, and active kindness is one of those other little tools outside of food that helps us to kind of just pay attention. And when we're paying attention and when we're being deliberate with how we treat people or looking for a way to show an act of kindness, it uplifts your spirits. It raises you up. And a lot of times we've turned to food when we're kind of feeling unfulfilled, when we're kind of feeling bored with life, we're kind of just feeling like we need something. this act of kindness is kind of a way to uplift and provide some of that satisfaction in life that many times we turn to food for.
Right, right. And you know what? If you're ever in your head, a really good way to get out of your head is to go do something nice for someone.
Simple, nothing grand, nothing, nothing over the top. But even if it's infusing more love and intention into the things you're already doing. So maybe like when you pick up your kids from the carpool, it's something you're doing anyway. It's not an extra thing you put on your list, but where you can bring in the act of kindness type of spirit is by making sure you're present and being really welcoming. Hey, how are you? It's so good to see you. Come in, and bringing that energy into the mundane tasks that we do is an act of kindness. People feel that from us, and they're impacted by it. And you're also raising yourself by being intentional with it. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so these are things that we have on the list that we're working on daily, right?
Yeah.
We also have some weekly things that we have here that we're working on. And some of them will be things that you can do. Obviously, if you're not part of our Mindset 60 program, you don't
do it. It's $1 a day.
Yeah, do it. It's $1 a day. But it will be worth your money, but at the same time, that first one's not going to apply to you. We would love to hear about any experiences you're having with conscious eating in our group. So you can share on there, and that's what that one is there.
And you'll just be able to click it and it'll take you directly to our private group that you can join. You don't have to be a member.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can listen to motivating content every day. Like when I am doing my dishes, I usually have something playing in the background, anything like that. Tell them why that's so important.
Well, again, it's about being more self-aware and uplifting ourselves. When we feel good, when we feel uplifted, we're more motivated to do the things that support our health and well-being. So it's got a lot of impacts on a physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional.
Well, yeah. And think about like if you've ever gone to like a Saturday event that was full of all these uplifting speakers, or a weekend event, and you're like, I'm going to change. I'm going to come home and I'm going to change. And you get home on Monday, and by Wednesday, you're like, when was that meeting? This is kind of like giving yourself a little of that every single day. And so it really feeds your soul and it helps you stay on task and doing things. And if you go back to the daily,
sure,
I wanted to show them something.
Yeah. So this is weekly. So an hour throughout the week. That's about 15 minutes a day.
You can do more than
You can do more, of course.
Okay. When you come back to daily, if you are wanting to learn more, I'm pointing to your screen like they can see it. If you're wanting to do daily, if you go click here to watch the videos and you're not part of our training, show them what happens when they click there.
That is, it takes to the membership site.
It didn't even show. Oh, it does take them to the site. Oh, and then if you're not a member of our site, you go down and you hit not a member. And it will take you and tell you all about it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So I just want you to know you can use this app no matter what. If you want to be part of our program and come work with us every single week, go down to not a member. It's $1 a day. You have nothing to lose, but for sure, if nothing else, upload this app and start using it, because it's just so nice to have a checklist. I can actually think of one other thing I want to add to that, but I think we'll add that later. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. It'll be a surprise. You may just see it pop up there one day.
All right. So this is our way of, like we said, contributing to a need this world has in a great way, and really understanding that to function in a healthy way without being on a constant roller coaster of dieting, it really requires the mindset work and becoming more conscious and mindful in our eating. And that's what we're here to do. So enjoy the app. You can apply the things we've taught in this podcast and make progress and check those things off. And then again, join us $1 a day, live coaching calls with us, training videos, and the use of that app. So we will see you soon.
Absolutely. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.